Event industry is very fragmented, $1 trillion business worldwide. Just in UK, it is over 60 billion, 570K employees, and more than 25,000 registered businesses. It means that if you want to make great event like this one, you have to find partner among tens of thousands of different suppliers. Offline, online, social media search gives you just limited results. So this is the big problem even for industry professionals. BTL Book connects event planners with local suppliers by enabling suppliers to promote their businesses on the platform and enabling buyers to browse, find the best solution, compare price, reviews, services, choose the right one, and start negotiate with chat system on the platform. Our competition in the state is huge. They are more than 10 years on the market. They have thousands of bookings per year, and they didn't change anything for years now. They don't have mobile app, and most important, they are not presented in Europe, where is our main focus. After 3 months of testing and 900 developers all over Europe, we are focused on UK market, which is the biggest, and their response is great. We plan to have over 3,000 suppliers in UK before we implement business model, which is basically for free, subscription fee for enhanced services, and advertising fee for those who want to be featured on the platform. Our team consists from industry professionals with more than 20 years experience. My name is Ayub Kuchuk. I'm 25 years in this business. I earned a lot of money doing this job traditionally. I want to make much more doing this digitally. Join us, help us make great business worldwide together. So we have TVC, but I don't have time. I will slow this time.
Okay. Would you mind going back to your first slide?
It was all presentation. Then
the next one, I'm sorry. So this has so much information on it, and the sort of sublines below each of the points you're trying to make are really distracting. I would just challenge you to present this. If there are 2 or 3 of these that actually are really impactful, is to boil it down to sort of the big rocks. The other thing that's really not clear, and we had the benefit of talking earlier, and I didn't ask this of you earlier, but it's not, because events come in lots of flavors. There are corporate events, there are weddings and sort of private parties and so on. Which are you focused on?
The platform is for all of those people.
Yeah.
Because companies like my agency in Bosnia and Herzegovina have a lot of different events per year. And they need a lot of different suppliers. So this is for their services. And also for, in the United States, our competition, mostly selling their services to private customers because they are organizing weddings, birthday, bachelor parties, etc.
So there's a reason for my question.
Yes.
My sense is, and this is less to maybe initially to do with your presentation, but if you're focused, I mean, those are 2 very large, very different markets that both have different advertising strategies and really different budgets to promote to. Do you see a challenge, a bandwidth challenge in terms and a dilution of your precious resources, time and money, to try to go after both really large markets in the same time?
It is if we sell services for all of them. Again, companies have a lot of interest to find solutions we are not presented.
Well, that's a hypothesis, right? This is
yes.
a hypothesis. You
Yes,
have no
yes.
revenue.
I don't have revenue, but I'm doing this for 20 years now, and we have a lot of questions from suppliers now and from the buyers.
So as
Yes.
somebody who is trying to help you and who might be able to evaluate your business idea, it might be easier for somebody to invest either their time or wisdom or connections and take the journey with you if you were more focused and said, we're going to own this industry. We're going to own this, and when we do, we're going to take that model and expand it to other places. But to have such a broad interest, I think it would be really challenging. That industry is enormous, and it's really very different to aim after, events at homes and residences and schools than it is to go after corporate. I mean, you certainly know the industry, but I think people would. You'd have to suspend belief to think that you could do both at once very effectively. I think that would be my sense.
You are right. We are also having in mind the competition selling a lot of services in the States.
But they're more mature. They've been doing it 10 years.
Investors also, we are now focused on just two verticals, photographers and DJs.
Okay.
Because
but we didn't hear that.
They're really good. Their response is very good on the platform.
Right.
And it's a $2.7 billion US dollars market only in UK.
I would suggest for this presentation focusing on it. We're gonna. So we've got when we get. So show us your milestones, right? So the first milestone is we're going to create X with Y, and then as we create that, here are our next. Here are the next things. But this is it's a lot. You're trying to do a lot, and I think again, you want people to join you on the journey, not disbelieve, because it seems like a lot to try to attack all that.
Yes.
Can we go a few slides? A few. So
That's
first,
pretty bright.
Yeah, exactly. one thing that we would suggest is, and this is maybe to all of you. So when you are here, you need to keep our focus to yourself. With slides with so much text, I start reading, and that's not because I like to read. It's just there's something to read, and you're directing me in that position, so I read. This is a slide that you send via an email after I showed interest to your presentation, which did not have so much slides, so much text. So if you start pitching this, especially with so bright colors, first you make everybody blind. If you're doing it so nobody can read, that might work, but probably not the attention. So talk about the problem, much like you did, without so much brighter colors. And then if I ask for your deck, you send me the one with lots of text. Next, and I think you had the same red issue with your the team slide. One more.
Yeah.
Again, this is readable, this has to have some information we can get with this. Target customers, again, lots of data and structure, and you have only 2.5 minutes, and this, nobody can read anything, which you probably also notice. And next one, so one thing I kind of missed, one more, because you will not have time to show it, is, so what? Like, I didn't hear, okay, contact me. Okay, why? What are you asking? Why are you here? Why did you spend your time and money to be here? Is there anything we can help you? Is there anything you're asking? Because if you're not asking anything,
why are you here?
Why are you pitching? Because everybody will be, okay, he's not asking for anything, so they're not going to even ask you, what do you ask? So what would be your ask? Could be your last slide with your contacts, funding, connections, expansion, new company, e-residency help, whichever you feel that you need, ask for it. New team members, whatever. I mean, you can be asking thousands of things. And by the way, this is very important. Like, you don't need to be asking for money. I mean, we're not picking up the startups who's asking for money here. If you're asking, I'm looking for an iOS and Android developer with at least 3 years of experience in marketplace apps. perfectly legitimate ask. But if you're not asking anything, seems like you're wasting the time of the people and yourselves as well, which we would like to caution you that you need to ask something, whatever you feel appropriate with. Okay, thank you so much.
Nice.
Very well. Like it.